In place for the winners of this two-leg semi-final, if they can then beat the winners of Newcastle against Sunderland.
It's the First Division. It all happens this weekend. Roger.
Swindon are at full strength, and at least one former England star tips them to beat Blackburn in the promotion playoff semi-final. You'll hear from him in our score of the season verdict. But first, the road ahead for Swindon. 90 minutes at Ewood Park on Sunday, hoping to improve on their 2-1 defeat there last month, though Swindon will be, though that sort of deficit need not be disastrous with the Wiltshire side at home in the second leg. Extra time if the aggregate scores are level. Away goals would count double if it's still tied up, then penalty kicks if necessary. Certainly Swindon are planning to start better than when they last met Blackburn at the county ground. Swindon's renowned accent on attack must not leave gaps at the back this time in the way that Blackburn were allowed to sweep into the lead. That became 2-0 down from the penalty spot, but Duncan Shearer will be looking to be as lucky with the foot he put in there for the freak goal of the year on Boxing Day. The Wiltshire club's leading goal scorer collected another of those 26 goals from more orthodox methods in heading Swindon level. And Paul Bodin's goal was to give Swindon the lead as they moved into 7th place in the table. Then the fog clamped down to make Blackburn's equaliser anything but clear to viewers as well as to the Swindon defence. Certainly fog is not expected in Lancashire on Sunday, and memories of Swindon's winning goal being a mystery too. It was established as Steve Foley as Swindon moved towards a Happy New Year. Well, on the field anyway. Well, now Bristol Rovers, they'll be keeping in trim for next weekend's Leyland Duff Cup final by playing the winning goals from throughout the season to pick from. There was a great variety of 1, 2, 3 choices from all of you who entered. Our judge, Terry Cooper, the former England star who managed both Bristol clubs before just taking Exeter up. Well, first of all, Terry, what did you make of the eventful season we've had in the West Country?
Been tremendous for everybody. If Swindon can win the playoffs and get in the First Division, I would think that'll put the icing on the cake for the West Country. Not forgetting the Rovers with the Leyland Duff trophy, they must have a chance of doing the double. So I would think it's been resurrected football in the West Country, and I'm very pleased because it has been a little bit of a backwater, and I think nationally the West Country's being noticed again.
So what did you make your choice for 3rd place?
In 3rd place, Roger, goal H, Devon White for Bristol Rovers against Crewe. I picked this one because Holloway and Mayhew have played 2 little short balls, which has enabled Devon White to peel off his marker. It's a great ball from Holloway, good touch with his head, and a tremendous finish. And I picked that one because Devon's not noted for his finishing ability with his feet, but to be fair to the big lad there, he's had 2 great touches and stuck it in the back of the net.
OK, and in 2nd place then, Terry?
Goal A, Roger, Bob Taylor, Bristol City versus Cardiff. This goal just shows how quickly you can score. It's a punt from the keeper, flick on by Robbie Turner, tremendous control and turn by Bob Taylor there, and a tremendous finish in the top corner. And took about 2 seconds, but a tremendous finish.
OK, Terry, well, I'm sure viewers are going to be fascinated with your choices so far, but now we come to the big one. What do you make goal of the season?
Goal of the season, Steve White, Swindon Town versus Stoke. And this goal is a manager's dream, really. I think it's 5 passes, the last 2, 30 yards or more, inside the full-back there. The boy Bowden's going to come on, he's clipped a fabulous ball, White's pulled far stick, back of the net. I'm sure that's what our dealers have worked on in the training ground. I picked that one because Stoke never got near the ball, right from Swindon box to their own box, and not one player got near the ball, and it was unstoppable.
Yes, indeed. We might call him Stevie Wonder, not Steve White. Do you give his team a chance in these playoffs?
I think so. I can certainly see them beating Blackburn. I think they'll be too strong for Blackburn all round. And they're not really, they're going to have a tough one out there, either Newcastle or Sunderland, and they're going to play in front of a full house in the northeast, wherever they're playing, and that's going to be tough. But I think, I'm a big believer in footballing teams, and I think our dealers has built Swindon on the footballing lines, and I always like the football teams to come out on top. I think you've got to believe in what you're doing all the time.
Thanks very much indeed, Terry, and congratulations on what you've achieved at Exeter.
Pleasure.
So confirmation then of Terry Cooper's winning order. Goal C, Steve White. Second place, goal A, Bob Taylor. Third, goal H, Devon White. No entry agreed exactly with Terry Cooper's choice, but A.J. Marshall of Hartcliffe had the same 3 goals, but with his second and third the other way round. So it's Mr. Marshall winning 2 best seats and a VIP day out at Wembley for that